Okay, this is a quick video that demonstrates how easy it is to search for uh, registrations and applications for registration for trademarks in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office registration database. First thing you need to do is go to the Patent and Trademark Office website, which is, as you might have guessed, uspto.gov. All right, once you're there, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see Find It Fast, and you can search patents or trademarks. We're talking about trademarks today. So you mouse over the trademark link, and you get the drop-down menu. The first choice is TESS, and that's an acronym for Trademark Electronic Search System. That's what you want. Once you're on this screen, there will be three options showing right here: basic word mark, word and or design mark, and word and or design mark search freeform. 99% of the time, all you'll need is basic word mark search. Click on that link, and then you put whatever you want to search for in this box. And you can search by the words in the mark. You can search by the serial number or the registration number. The difference between those two being when you file an application, it gets a serial number. When a trademark registers, you get a registration number. You can also search by owner name and address or all fields, and it defaults to all fields. So I'm going to search today for a restaurant that I sometimes visit when I am in Southern California, Rusty. I put the name in the box and I submit my query, and up comes, I made a mistake because I did search for all, and that is giving me now 78 records. I don't want that many because I don't want to have to sift through them. So I'm going to go back to my search page, and I'm going to put this on just word mark and search again for Rusty, and it will come up with 18 records this time. And I might click through all 18. I could do that in probably less than 10 minutes. But I think I have found the mark that I'm looking for right here in the fifth row. Rusty Tuscan Kitchen, which I know is the full name of the restaurant I sometimes like to visit. On this screen, we see valuable information. The serial number, which I just explained, is what's assigned when you file an application for registration. The registration number. So we know that there is no registration number until the mark registers. And so because this field is populated, we know this mark registered at some point. Here's the name of the mark, and then you don't need to worry about this right now. In this final column, it tells me whether the mark is live or dead. Live is, a live trademark. Dead trademarks can become, trademark registrations or applications can become dead a couple of different ways. The most common way is for people to abandon the prosecution before it matures into a registration. You file an application, you don't follow up, your mark will, your application will die, and it will still show in the system, but it will show as dead. The other primary way that a mark can show as dead here is a registration did issue, but after that something happened. Either the owner didn't file for renewal, or somebody filed a cancellation proceeding. Something happened to cause the registration to no longer exist. In that case, it would show as dead in this column. Okay, so this is the mark I want. Maybe this screen has all the information I need. If I'm thinking about using the term Rusty Tuscan Kitchen, maybe the fact that there is a registration and it's live is enough to tell me, I better choose another name. But if I want to know more about the mark, I just click on the search result, and up comes this screen with a lot of valuable information about the mark. The full mark right here. Information that tells me, Rusty has no meaning in a foreign language. Here I see the goods and services for which the mark was applied: restaurant and catering services. Here I see it is a standard character mark. In other words, it's not a logo, it's not a symbol, it's not a color, it's not a sound, it's just the words Rusty Tuscan Kitchen. Here again is my serial number. I can see it was filed as an application in 2011. I can see it was registered in February of 2013. And here I can see who the registrants were and are. Here the original registrant was someone named Kevin Goldfein in Los Angeles. And the last listed owner was someone named Shahram Hosseini in Calabasas. This tells me that there's some progression in ownership after the original application for registration was filed. Okay, that's probably all you would be interested on this particular screen. But notice this, these three blue buttons up here. There's a lot of blue buttons on this screen. You're probably not going to care about all these blue ones here, but if you want more information, you can click on these three. TSDR stands for Trademark Status and Document Retrieval. And on this page, you have far greater detail of the information than we just saw on the preceding page. And you can click down on any of these arrows and expand it even further. You can find out more information about the mark, the goods and services for which it was registered, basic information, the owners, whether there's an attorney on the case, the whole prosecution history, all the way from 2011 when the application was filed at the bottom to 2018, the most recent activity in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. There's probably not much under these three links, but you could feel free to click there if you wanted to know more. Then under the second tab on the TSDR page is Documents. Here's all the documents that ever were filed in connection with this application, all the way from the very first specimen of use which was filed. When you apply for a trademark registration, you have to show the USPTO that it's in use. And here's the sample that they submitted back in 2011. They're showing, yeah, we're using Rusty Tuscan Kitchen. Here's, I don't know if this is a menu or a handout or whatever, but it's a specimen of how they're using the mark. So again, under this Documents tab, which is on the TSDR page, you can find all the documents ever filed. And under this tab, Maintenance, you can find out, okay, what's the next thing the trademark owner has to do in order to keep this registration in place? They have to file a Section 8 and 9 affidavit of continuing use at the 10-year mark. You have to file an affidavit of continuing use every 10 years when you have a trademark registration. And there's a window within which you can file it. So this row says the earliest date it can be filed, February 26, 2022. And this last row shows the latest date by which it can be filed, August 28, 2023. Okay, then if you want still more information, go back to the main page and you can see assignments. Okay, so here we saw on the first page, it was originally owned by Kevin Goldfein. Now it's owned by Shahram Hosseini, and we can see that it was assigned on March 28, 2018, which tells me probably in 2018, Mr. Goldfein sold the restaurant to Mr. Hosseini and in the process assigned the trademark registration. If you want still more information, you can click on the TTAB status page, and you can plunk around in here by putting in guesses or actual information you know about trademark trial and appeal board activity. Trademark trial and appeal board is basically when there's a fight that does not wind up in federal court, it winds up in the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board, which is also known as the TTAB. All right, so once again, the starting point is uspto.gov, mouse over trademarks, click on tests, basic word mark search, and you're off to the races. Okay, thank you.